everybody, how you guys doing there today? Welcome back to another episode of Halloween at the Manor. This is going to be our haunt update video number 4. As you can see behind me here, I did go out and purchase some of the black sheeting, and I have started to get some of the panels covered with the black sheeting. But before we get into that, I really want to say thank you to all those who have subscribed to our channel. We just recently broke the 500 subscriber level, and Vanessa and I are just extremely thankful for you guys who subscribe to the channel, who watch our videos. I really hope that you guys enjoy the videos. We love putting them together. We love doing these projects. Again, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. If there's anything that you guys might want to see, put it down in the comment section, let us know, and maybe we can get a video up for you. But anyway, back to the updates. I did go out and I did purchase, you can see here, I got some on the table here. I went over to Home Depot and I bought a 20-foot by 100-foot roll of black plastic sheeting. And this is the 6mm version, which is their heavy duty version supposedly. So that's what I'm using to cover up the panels. These are the panels that I have left to do. I think there's like 16 or 17 panels left to do. So basically coming out here after work every night, kind of doing maybe 3 or 4 at a time, and that's pretty much it. I decided that what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to paint the back of the panels now. I think what I'm going to do is, I was telling Vanessa, I think it might be easier to just kind of wait till we put this whole thing up at the end of September, beginning of October. And then once we have it up and all situated, then go through and paint all of the wood behind it. I'm not covering the whole panel, basically just covering the front, and then the back would be like, you would see this here, so this would have to get painted black. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll show you real quickly how I'm doing this. It's not really anything that impressive.
I roll out the black plastic sheeting so I have roughly 7.5 feet or 90 inches. That gives me about 3 inches to play with on both ends since the panel is 84 inches tall. I then lay the wood panel on top of the sheeting and basically start wrapping it around the ends. I'm securing it mostly with staples and a few screws. Like I said, there really isn't much to it. That's kind of it.
All right, guys, so here's one of the finished panels here. It usually doesn't take that long, maybe 15-20 minutes to do one, so it's not too bad. So this would be the outside wall here, and then what I'll do is I'll show you what it looks like on the back here. And like I said, we are going to have to paint any kind of visible wood. We're going to have to paint, and we'll spray paint that black. But again, I don't think you're really going to see this, or people are really going to be paying attention to this, especially when this whole thing is up and it's dark in there, and you know, we have a little bit of light to kind of see. I don't think anybody's really going to care if they see these beams. I hope that this stuff is durable enough to last outside with the elements. I'm not that confident. Like I said, I did go and buy the ultra heavy duty that they call the 6mm, but I have this feeling that I'm going to be out there a lot putting black Gorilla Tape on holes and things like that. But anyway, this is how I'm doing the panels, and like I said, I probably got like maybe 15 or 16 more to go, and I'm really going to be happy once I get this done, because then I can start kind of getting back to the build mode. I did make these 2 columns this year. I have 4 of these style already, so now that I have these 2, I have 6, and then I have 2 of the very first ones I ever made, so we have 8 total. These are really simplistic columns that I make. All I do is I just put the little skulls on them, I paint them gray, make them look like stone. That's pretty much it. They are 4 feet tall, and they're made of this 5mm plywood that I get over at Lowe's. You can get a 4x8 sheet of that plywood for, I think it's 30 bucks now. If you have them cut the plywood for you into 8 1-foot strips, you can make 2 columns out of this. Now the inside is actually made of this 2x2x8 furring strips that I've been using in all my other projects. So this stuff over here, that's what the the inside is. All I do basically is just frame the different sides, screw them together, and that's pretty much it. I do add trim on the bottom here with the furring strips just to make it look a little nicer, but it's a pretty simplistic column, pretty easy to make, and relatively reasonable. The building material prices have skyrocketed, but you know, it's not that bad as far as like if you went to buy something like this from somebody, it would probably be a couple $100, and you can make it for probably less than 100. You can make 2 of these. So these are 2 things that I made. I am gonna start painting these and hopefully get these finished today. All right, so if you guys are interested, what I normally do when I paint my columns is, it's gonna be very similar to what I do when I paint tombstones. I start off with a gray base. I paint the entire column gray. And then what I'll do is I'll go over once this dries, I'll go over this gray either with sponging it or dry brushing. I'll add white to it to kind of lighten up the areas, especially the skull and the trim areas. I like to keep those a little bit whiter, basically to have like, you know, a white, and then all like a whitish gray. The overall goal is just to try to make them look like stone. So this is one that I don't have painted, and this is one that I just put on the gray paint. And then once this dries, I'll go over it with the white, and I'll give you some video of that too. All right, guys, so I did get both of these columns painted here, and as you saw, I started off with a gray base, and then I kind of just went over I try to make the top and the trim and the skulls whiter than the rest of the stone, and I try to just make the stone like a combination of the rest of it like a grayish white. I also use this apple barrel white, and I also use this pewter gray, and through doing like stippling and sponging, that's how I kind of get the color to look like this stonish color. I do go along the edges with white, usually uses a sponge or a paintbrush, and just stipple or sponge on the white around the edges. If you take a look at most like stone statues like this, it will have that white edging, so I like to do that. But so these are done now, and they are going to go along with the ones that I have in here. I'll show you real quick. They'll go along with the ones that I have in here already. So these are all the same size, and what I'll do is on the 2 that you just saw that I just painted today, I will put some down the road, probably not tonight, or probably closer to Halloween. I'll put some of these fake vines on there, you know, to make it look like it's overgrown. But got those painted, so I'm happy I got that accomplished today.